Hey there guys, Shades here. Recently it came to my attention that some of the imagery we've used for the Rising Sun podcast was coming off as offensive. Our podcast is all about appreciating and celebrating Japanese anime and anime culture, so using a flag that represents wartime crimes is a bit counterproductive to our message. This also means that the name of the podcast itself may also be attached to some negative connotations. As such, after discussing it with the crew, we decided that after running this podcast for over 9 years, it's time for a change. As of today, we are no longer going by the Rising Sun podcast. Thankfully, we have an easy solution for this issue. A little history lesson for those not in the know. When we first began back in late 2009, TRSP was supposed to be the flagship podcast for our own anime-centric site, the Anime Mavericks. While the site quickly fell through, it was soon after added as a subsection to another site, the Geek Fighters. Even after we became what is now RVT, we always kept the Anime Mavericks name as part of the podcast, so as not to forget our roots. So, as part of our rebranding of the podcast, we're going to use that name once again, and make some visual changes so that we can continue to provide you the anime podcast you love, just with a new look and name. So allow me to introduce the Anime Mavericks podcast. While the name and aesthetic may change a little bit, the show will still remain the same, providing you with the anime news of the week, first looks at anime series, new and old, and of course, the showcasing of awesome AMVs on AMTV. We're just simply giving it a new coat of paint. We hope you guys enjoyed the new look and look forward to seeing you for the next episode of what is now the Anime Mavericks podcast, as we are the Anime Mavericks, and we will continue to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. I'm the Shades, and on behalf of Yamayanji and Mike Shell, we'll see you guys then. Rock on!